games, there's still like the pre-roll ad, the pre-roll the ad for the Twitch pre-roll, or they start the ads are still going because they make me do ads and then I get an hour with you guys, and then they make me do ads and then I get an hour with Twitch. YouTube, I don't know how it works. I cannot schedule my ads, so I don't know how that works. They just, you know, I don't know how YouTube works. You get ads if you have ads on or if you have ads off. It is what it is. It is. It's afternoon for you. It's morning for me. This is my early worms stream. It's morning for me. It could be night for you. Who knows? Who knows what time of day it is? But yes, it is the early worm. I hope everybody is doing well this morning. I couldn't decide on a video game to play, so I decided to just chat. Because I don't want to start another story game if we're going to play Final Fantasy VII Monday. We're going to play Final Fantasy VII on Monday. My friend... Okay. Shall we switch screens? Shall we switch screens? Let's get into the tea. Let's get into the tea on why I'm not playing any video games. So, last time! Also, early words! Ah, good morning! Last time I streamed, I got to a submarine minigame and I started freaking out. I'm being so real. I started freaking out at the submarine minigame. So, yeah, my ocean... I guess I have a fear of the ocean or something. It kicked in like 10x. So, yeah. One of my friends is going to come over and beat the mini game, so Monday I can continue stream as is. As is. So, you're doing good? Good to hear. Good to hear. I hope everybody's doing good. But yeah, I got really scared while playing the game. So, and I couldn't get my friend to come over and help me with the mini game yesterday, cause okay, so I got. This is gonna be a very embarrassing story for me. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Also, oh my gosh, Josh, thank you for the Prime resub and thank you for the 5 gifted. Oh my gosh, thank you. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Wait, I don't even need my headset on. Why is my headset on? I can stream my headset off when it's chatting. Yippee! Yippee! I forget. You guys hear the background audio? I don't. It's just silence for me. I'm just talking in silence. I have a cup of tea. So, if you guys don't know, I've been like kind of getting into art in my free time. I just don't want to be on the computer. I was like, you know, do I get scared every time you see water in video games? Not always. I think there's gotta be like one. The Sims? I don't get scared when I'm in the swimming pool in The Sims. Does that count? I don't really play a lot of games with water. I've watched people play Raft a little. Have you ever been human before? No, I'm an elf. But I've been a seagull. I'm an alchemist. I'm an elf alchemist, so I have some potions that can turn me into different forms and shapes for sure. But yeah, I've been getting into art, so I got a fountain pen. And if you follow me on Blue Sky, my parasocial account, where I kind of rant about like my IRL life, you will know about the fountain pen saga. It was a whole okay. So the ink I put into my pen. So I got a new fountain pen, and I was like, oh, this is sick. You know, I got like this beautiful golden brown ink, and I was like, amazing. Amazing. I'm gonna use this fountain pen to do all my line work for my art. Because I like pencil sketches, but sometimes I do watercolor, basically, at my desk. I have like a tiny desk, tinier than my gaming desk I do watercolor at. And, basically, when I'm doing the watercolor, sometimes like the pencil sketch gets left behind and it's not as defined, and I want a more defined art when I'm doing watercolor painting. So I got a fountain pen and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have this fountain pen. I'm so excited. I get to use it. I get to outline my artwork. It's gonna be so cool, so epic. I fill it with ink. The ink jar has an ink, like a fountain pen symbol on it, and I'm like, sick. It's for dip fountain pens. It's not for regular fountain pens. It's for dip fountain pens where you dip the end and then you write. So, I clogged my fountain pen immediately. And so, yeah. Yeah. So, my friend, thankfully, I have this friend from, like, when I was a kid or whatever. And her and I have been on and off friends forever. Like, just, you know, because we moved far away. We moved far away from each other. And then, what is it? We reunited because, I saw her at the gym. I went to the gym with my dad one time because my dad's a battle mage, right? He's always trying to go to the gym. And I saw her there and I was like, oh my gosh, you're still like running for doing all that? And she's like, yeah, like I love keeping in shape. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I saw her again when I had an internship for comp sci. So her and I got to reunite. She was like, hey, we're gonna be having a little hangout. And it was like with there was like a bunch of nerds and like they were just casually drinking. And then we got Whataburger and then I went home. And then I played video games, and it was fun. It was fun. But I got to see her, and her man has always been like, he knows how to make drinks, he knows how to sew, he knows how to cook, he knows how to code. Bro is like locked in nerd. Like literally, like can like paint minis, can like do all this, knows all these things, can take things apart, can do like house repairs and stuff. Bro was like locked in, and I was like, wow. Because I remember when we were kids, we joked about the type of people we would probably end up marrying as you know, as very young children do. They're like, what kind of person do you think you'll marry one day? And hers is like spot on to this guy. So I'm just hers is like spot on to this guy, right? Who's now my friend too. But I was like, if anybody's gonna know how to fix a fountain pen, I'm getting somewhere with this. If anyone knows how to fix a fountain pen, it's gonna be her man. So I was like, hey, you seem like you collect fountain pens. I might have broke mine. I got to see their baby. It was fun. I got to see the baby. Look, my friends had a baby, and I was like, what are we? You know, you hang out with some friends a lot, and then they have kids, and then you're like, what are we? Do we still hang out? Like, what do you? You know, yeah, technically, yeah, that's my niece nephew. I have a few niece nephews that aren't blood related to me, but they are, you know what I mean? Those are my kids now. Those are my nieces and nephews. You know? But I'm like, okay, so, you know, I'm like, you just invite us when it's convenient for you, you know? Because I won't leave. I won't go outside. And my other friend who I hang out with, she's hosting, she's running my D&D campaign. I'm hosting because I have a Wormwood table. But she was like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to them either. She's like, oh, just because they have a baby doesn't mean we can't talk to them still. And I'm like, yeah, but they're just really busy, you know? You get really, apparently, you know? Yeah. But anyways, so I brought my fountain pen to him, and he fixed it. And then I didn't realize he had so much stationery. There is a pencil where the lead rotates as you write with it, so you're always writing on the best side of the lead. And he had like 3 of them, and he was like, here, take this. Try it. Use art supply. And I'm like, thank you. But he fixed my fountain pen. It was clogged. We had to take the whole thing apart and put it back together. Well, I didn't. I just watched and sat there, and I looked at the baby, and I looked at the dog, and I was like, sick. And I just yapped. I yapped for like 20 years. I yapped about 20 years. I was like, my friend is so offline because you know, they work, they have a baby, and like my friend who is his wife, she's like, she's very normie coded. She's like my normie friend. You know? She's super like not a nerd, but I love her. I love her so much. Like I can't explain it. I can't explain it. She's like the one normie where I'm like, I love you. She's like a quirked up normie though. I can't explain it. She's so cute. She's so cute. And she's like really pretty. So I'm like, of course your husband must be super talented because she's a baddie. You know what I mean? But yeah, you seem like the type to collect fountain pens is going on your list of insults. I literally call I'm like, my friend's husband, I call him like a real housewife because he's like really good at everything. I was like, she got with a real housewife. I was like, are you Barbie? Like, what's up with this? Bro had like this like ancient sewing machine, and like they were like, oh yeah, like I rebuilt this in the kitchen myself. I'm like, bro is like, what? I wish I could be cracked at 10 million things. But yeah, I've been getting into art, and so that was my fountain pen story. Just because it has the fountain pen logo does not mean it's fountain pen ink. I learned that the hard way. But thankfully the pen was recoverable, and I ordered ink online, and it's gonna be here eventually. I also got 2 new watercolor shades last night. I ordered pink and I ordered lilac because I am constantly mixing those 2 colors in my watercolor palette, and I'm tired of mixing them because I always get the ratios off, and if I want to go back and I have to remix the colors for the art piece, if I pause and I go back, and so I just went ahead and bought the 2 colors so I don't have to worry about that. I can just dip and go. Hello, Sky. Yeah! You're going to the bowling alley tomorrow? That's sick. That's fun. What color does that make? Pink and lilac? Well, for pink, you just take the watercolor white and then the watercolor red, and you just mix it till you get a pink you like. But I just bought like the Sakura pink watercolor and the lilac because it's really hard to get like the pastels mixed for me, at least where I'm at, and I'm like, just, you know, I have like a really basic you know. Two? Oh yeah, I have a really basic watercolor palette, but I bought 2 additional colors, basically. What is it? Oh yeah, someone asked what the pen was. Let me find the picture. I took a picture of the cool pencil name. It was called the Kurotoga pencil. Yeah, this thing's really cool. Let me see if I find like a cool one. Okay. Sorry, I had to like pull up a picture. Okay, here we go. I'm back. So if you look here, I'll just show you this picture. If you look at this pencil and you look here at the end right here where the orange dot is, this orange circle rotates 360. And it changes direction based on where the end of the pencil is like sharpest or whatever, so you're never writing on the dull side of the pencil. It's kind of crazy. It's like some Japanese pencil. It's called Kurutoga. Kuratoga. Thank you for the membership, Travi. Thank you. Welcome back to the thing. Yeah. Yeah. Do I do art streams? I do 0 art streams. No, I probably won't ever do art on stream just because it's like I have a lot of like arts and craft hobbies and they're all for like they're all kind of like for me off my computer. Also, the reason I do watercolor is because I want to do watercolor outside. I want to like look at a tree outside and then paint the tree abstractly in watercolor for my mental health. As like something to go outside and do, you know what I mean? So okay, here's my hot take. I like to cook, I like to do art, I like to do some stuff, you know? I like to paint minis now and again. You know, like I'll spend like 30 minutes painting a mini, then I'll leave it alone. Then like a week later, I'll paint another 30 minutes of a mini, then I leave it alone. I like to do random stuff to, like, get off the computer. And so when chat's like, Nani, can you make it a stream? I'm always like, bro, this is, like... Well, if I do everything on stream, then what will I have left to do offline? You know what I mean? What am I gonna do offline if I do everything on stream? Yeah, and I don't have a setup at my desk is pretty much for gaming. It's got my keyboard. I like to keep it pretty minimal at my desk. For my work desk. I do have like a very tiny art desk, and it's got like all the tape, the markers, the pens. And if I had all that cluttered onto my gaming desk, I would get like really, you know, frustrated. Yeah. But that's the pencil that I got. My friend gave me an old version. They were like, yeah, no, I got like a nicer one. You can borrow this one. I was like, I'm never giving this back. And they were like, that's what I meant when I said you can borrow this. I was like, thanks, man. I was like, yeah. What are you guys doing? Gotta run, work calls again? Yeah, have a good work day. Yeah. I'll consider putting some art supplies on my throne. I love art supplies. I got through my first notebook of, tiny... I've been using these, like, tiny, like... It was, like, a $2 book that I got of watercolor sheets, and they're, like, the size of postcards. I've been having really fun. I've been having a lot of fun. I sketch on these little postcards, and then I paint abstractly. I'm doing a video game study right now of some abstract scenes from a video game. Yeah, maybe one day I'll share my art with you guys. Maybe not. If I do share art, it's probably just gonna be on my Blue Sky, my parasocial account, because, your day's going great? Yay! That's good to hear, Daisy. Yeah, I didn't stream yesterday because I had a bunch of work pop up for my freelance stuff, so I was locked in. Yeah. Yeah! No screeching. Do your parents know you're here? I'm very confused. I'm very confused by a couple of the chatters on the YouTube side today. But yeah, things have been going really well. I'm drinking black tea this morning. It's the Valentine's one that I had forever ago. It's so good. Oh, it's discounted right now. It's discounted. It's literally... Yes. It's this tea. I got it as a joke. It's chocolate flavored tea. And I was kind of like, yeah. Yeah, it's really good. It's like, I can't explain it. It's a really yummy tea. Yummy, yeah! Hi, Dennis. Arigato, Dennis. Shout out to all of my mods. But shout out to Dennis. Dennis is my hardest working mod. You know what I can share with you guys? I did concept draft a postcard. I wasn't sure if you guys wanted, what you guys wanted for a postcard. Maybe I'll show you that. Back from Vietnam. Sheesh. Can't imagine a set of words that makes me quiet, so disgusted as chocolate flavored tea. Okay, so it's mostly black tea. It's a black tea aftertaste, right? And it's got notes of vanilla. I think it's like it's got a little bit of rose tea, and it has like the essence, like a very, very subtle smell of like cocoa powder. It's like very, very subtle. It's not like rich chocolate, it's just like the light cocoa powder smell when you drink the tea. It's really good. I'm sorry, but this is not the kind of channel. We will, we had to take 2 people out of the YouTube chat today, but it is what it is. I don't understand anything you were typing. I'm so sorry, but like, look, you can't just come into... Daisy, you're so good. You're so good. If you could translate, Daisy, I would appreciate it. Daisy, I would appreciate it if you could translate. You're beautiful. You're a wonderful chatter, okay? But it's just like, if we're doing a just chatting stream, and you come in and I just start being like, oh my Washinderu. Oh, it's from an anime I watched. And the streamer's like talking about like, oh, my dog's been going to the vet. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, girl? What are we doing? You know what I mean? Oh, you typed like you knew what they were referencing. So I was like, huh? I was like, oh. Hello. You're hoping to nudge them into talking about the chocolate tea, but yeah. It's like, I wait like 5 minutes to see if the chatter's gonna like adjust themselves to me being like, obviously I'm only interacting with the channel. We're chatting, we're but bring up like random sentences that I can't even figure out the topic to. Bro, we gotta go. You gotta go. Well, okay. Is it chocolate flavor or chocolate flavor? It's kind of like aromatic. I can't it's like chocolate aromatic, if that makes sense. There's no chocolate flavor in the tea, but it's like there's chocolate aromatics in the tea. And it's like a rose hip tea. In Vietnam, you bought some, was it chocolate rum where they crushed the I can never say the word for the pre-chocolate, the bean. I can never pronounce the bean name. Yeah, I thought this was gonna be like troll. I thought the chocolate tea would be troll. It's called chocolate tea, but it's mostly just like aromatics. Chocolate beans. They crushed the chocolate beans in front of you when they made the chocolate rum. That's crazy. That's actually really sick. I don't like chocolate, but I do like the aromatics of this tea. It's very like confusing to my brain. I like a good tea in the morning sometimes. Sometimes I drink coffee. Sometimes I'm like, I just want like a hot tea. Chocolate flavor is the worst. You don't like chocolate ice cream? Oh, it doesn't taste like chocolate? Oh. Yeah, no, this one's it's more of an aromatic than it is a flavor at all, if that makes sense. I can't explain it. Because you drink the tea with your nose. If I like held my nose while drinking. Wait, let me. Yeah, I get 0 chocolate when I held my nose and drank it. It's like all aromatic. It's like all Yeah. I think the chocolate flavors with your nose when you drink the tea. I don't know how they do it, but it's some fancy tea. So. Oh yeah, I don't like artificial grape either. Or cherry. I don't like fruit. I've just realized I really don't like fruit. I like artificial strawberry though. Whoever made artificial strawberry was like, nah, this one has to be good. This, like, they were kind of cracked. You know what, fruit I do like? I like raspberry. Raspberry is so good. I can't explain it. I love raspberries. Like, chocolate raspberry combo, I've grown to like that a lot. I'm like, ooh, ooh. But yeah, I've been really into art. Well, let me see if I can pull up my file for the postcard stuff. I haven't opened it since March. Oof, that's really bad. I was trying to do stuff daily. So I have like a rough draft, and like there's a multiple art styles in the postcard. But I was thinking of doing a new postcard merch. I haven't decided like the colors and stuff and the UI of this postcard. It's just kind of been like, you know, I did my best. Do you guys want to see? I don't know. It's kind of like my own art, so it's not the best. Melty blend strawberry chocolate. Your partner will eat a whole box if I don't stop them. That's so real. That's so real. Postcards? Yeah, hi, Light! Good morning, good morning! You're cooking? Ooh. Are you gonna share at the class? I think I have to go... I don't have a art source. I think I have to make a new one. Is it window? Maybe it's game capture, actually. Because I'm trying to remember what... Okay, I'll just share my art program really quick. Is it working? No, I hated that, actually. Okay, it doesn't like that capture style. It's gonna take over like the whole screen, by the way. I guess it has to be window. Maybe I'll do like an art stream and we can like yap. Is this? Can you see this? Yeah, so this is kind of like... Yeah, this is my... Don't look at my layers. Don't look at my layers. But yeah, this is kind of... Because I think I have some other stuff. Yeah, this is kind of... Oh, it's like blocking my face. But yeah, this is kind of the concept. I was thinking like, since we play so many JRPGs, what if we just had like some... We had like some buffs, some debuffs, some levels, my tilt level. We had some items here. I didn't draw any items yet. We had some party members. We had some HP. This is my old Chrono Trigger study. I just took this and threw it here. I need to do these. I need to either make this like this or make this like this so that it's consistent art style. But I was thinking of making a postcard like this for you guys. It would be like $5 with shipping. I make all my postcards like $5 with shipping, but yeah, maybe I could like pick out the pixels while we chat. Maybe I could like, you know, just in the background. So cute. Thank you. Have you played? What is that? I don't know what that is. I typed the game. Oh, Xenoblade. I typed XC and I was like, I'm not getting any games. I've watched people play Xenoblade 3, which kind of like messes up the whole Xenoblade. Xenoblade is open world and there's big scary monsters in it, and like The thing is, when I have to like walk up and like slice the enemies, and that's you're asking a lot. You're asking a lot. You're asking me to be brave enough to go walk in an open world and, you know. Oh yeah, I do have the maid postcard. I didn't draw the maid postcard. I will say, I didn't draw that one. I have the postcard in stickers. I also have my old Christmas card still. Maybe I'll do another free Christmas card mailing. I usually just make like a private Google form and I have everyone fill it out and then I mail Christmas card. It would be the one from the past that I've done because I have extra. Or maybe I'll make a new one. I don't know, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Because it costs a little bit to do postcards. You know? Walking in a video game, too much effort? That's something not... No, like, you know in Monster Hunter, you have to walk around and then you have to, like, slice the monsters? I play a lot of turn-based games because the monster's, like, there, but if it's too scary, I can close my eyes and mash the A button and not worry about, like, where I'm standing. I get really scared easily in video games. You guys saw that. We are literally, like, waiting to play Final Fantasy VII because, you know, I need to center this, too. This is, like, off-center. But I'm thinking about something like this, so I just go in and I just, you know, I just... Doop. Oh, this is the wrong size. Is it... Oh. That's a... Okay. What am I looking for? Is it Alt? No. B. I'm trying to remember what is the shortcut for resizing my brush? Is it 16? Yeah, this is 16. It's a 32 square, so it'd be 16 for half. But yeah, this is like something I worked on months ago during a weekend where I had like a couple hours. I need to finish it, but I will probably add this to the merch shop as the next merch drop. I thought I'd show you guys. Alright, YouTube chat, be normal. You gotta go to doctor. Yeah, have a good doctor's appointment. Don't worry. I'll take out the bad streamers. I'm just showing this concept art off. I wasn't really gonna draw art, but welcome in. I was kind of yapping. I've been on an art kick, IRL. Sick teaser? Yeah, I got some, like, what is it? I got some pencils recently. Oh, I got these nice, they're like grip Faber-Castell pencils. I really like them. I really like these. Okay, let's see. What is it, Yeah, maybe I'll put art supplies on my throne. Maybe that's, you know... I literally got this set of pencils. And they're like triangle shaped. And they have like the grip on them on all three sides. And I think they're for like sketching. I just kind of like how they feel. They're really nice pencils. I can't stop sneezing. Hold on. Also, thank you for the 7 stream streak. Yeah, I'm just kind of talking about random stuff. I've been cooking. You know. I've been doing freelance work. I didn't stream yesterday because my freelance work was so busy. I was like, I need the whole morning today. I need to lock in. So, yeah. Yeah. But, It's not bad. It's not bad at all. What else? What else have we been up to? But yeah, my fountain pen is fixed at least. Oh, do you guys want to see my fountain pen? It's actually really nice. How is it? Oh wait, it's... I have, literally, this is my fountain pen. It's called the Eco Serpentine. Look at that. Is that not a sick pen? Is this not a sick pen? So basically, I do a lot of like sketch, pencil sketch for my watercolor. And then when I'm coloring with the watercolor, it kind of gets muddled, the sketch lines, and I wanted something where I could keep the sketch lines where I want it to be kind of like sketch line art, but then I could outline in brown ink where I want it to outline in brown ink. It looks like a pen you'd immediately lose. It has a little cap on it. It has like the little pocket clip thing. No, all my art supplies stay in one spot, so I would never lose it. It's like a pretty big pen. I ordered some nice brown. I figured, because it's got the... Here, I'll show you again. It's... You see how it has the clear part? The clear part's where the ink can be seen. And I want to get a nice brown ink for it. Because I like the idea of doing my line art in brown. I have a brown colored pencil, but the colored pencil just couldn't get the fine details as fine as I like. It's really good for blending watercolor stuff, but not... You know what I mean? Yeah, and I plan to use... It's gonna be so funny. Cause, like... I look like a rain cloud in real life. You know what I mean? Like, you see me, and I have a... My purse has teeth on it, okay? My purse is, like... I have a mimic purse, basically. I won't find the exact one I have, but, like... I have one of these. There's quite a few gamer girls that actually have these. Oh my... They did a Wicked purse, but it looks so good. It doesn't even look like Wicked, though. It just looks sick. Wait, this purse looks sick. Look at this purse. It's... I don't like gold hardware, but it's got like a twisted tree root. That, for the handle... Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's so good. That's so slay. I love it. I love it. But what is it? It's the brand's called Malicious X. But they make purses like this, and I have one of these, basically. I have one of these purses. I get so many compliments on it, though. Oh my gosh, I was at the grocery store, and there was this, like, old man. Nane be like, Chad, I'm scared, look at of this game, but also like, hey, isn't my mimic purse cute? Okay, there's like, what is it called? It's like one of the kawaii things where it's like the creepy cute, where it's like mobe. Who knows the word? Who knows the Harajuku word I'm looking for? Where it's like the creepy cute. They like it's like cute yet creepy. Is it kimo kawaii? Is that the word? Let me Google it. Kimo kawaii. Yeah! Yeah, this is what I like. Kind of. No, this is more ugly. I'm looking for more like monster. Creepy, cute, kawaii. What's the word for that? It's like where you have like cute, like I feel like Gloomy Bear would be in there. What is the word for that? Oh, Guru Karwa. Guru Karwa. Oh my god, never have me speak Japanese. Yeah, I like Guo Karwa. It's the grotesque cute. Creepy cute. I like... Yeah, that's why I'm like... Yeah. It's so... You know, you have like the eyeballs and stuff. Yeah. I love... Yeah. It's such a cool aesthetic. Yeah. But, I feel like you can get, you know... Let's look at what else they have. Because I want to show you guys more of the other purses they do that are really cool. Like, oh my gosh. I do kind of want one of these, but I would never realistically wear this purse. But, like, look at how cool this is. It's just a giant eyeball. And you can see it on the model. It's literally like a coin purse. It's literally like a little coin. Look at that! It's so cool. Oh my gosh, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. We're talking about creepy purses. Welcome and thank you for the raid. I appreciate it, raiders. Hey, what are you doing today? We're just chatting. I'm just kind of yapping about art and stuff. Also, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, I was talking about my purse that I have that's really creepy. Here, I'll show it to you guys. Well, I don't have this exact one, but I do have, like, the design. Wait, where'd it go? I just had it. Open. Oh, wait. It was, like, one of those... Yeah. I have a different version, but I have, like, the cat fang. I have a different style purse, though. Yeah, it's called Malicious X. I mean, the logo is obviously, like, super imprinted on the picture. But yeah, it's really cool. I always get compliments on my purse. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say the grocery store story. So, I went to the grocery store, and there was, like, this like, funny, like, very, like... Is the word tout old man? He was like this bald older guy, and he had like a rainbow flag like pinned to his suspenders. You know, he looked very old school D&D guy. And he was like, oh, he was like, nice mimic. He's like, careful there, careful with that mimic. And I was like, haha. I was like, they can hold a lot. They can hold a lot when you tame them. I was just like, was that a real interaction I had? You mentioned you painted minis? What kind of minis? Oh, I paint like D&D minis. I was painting a flump the other day. A flump? A flump? How do you say it? I have to paint all these mice. I have a bunch of mice. Tamed mimic as a bag of holding goes hard. Yes. That's literally what I was joking with the guy. I was like, I didn't expect anyone to joke with me about my purse like that. I also, okay, I don't know if you guys know, but, where I am is, it's a very, I live in a place where it's a very, there's religion, you know? There are people who are really into religion, which is cool. Like, I'm kind of you know, like, my family, I have family members that are really into religion. So, like, I'm kind of, you know, I dabble in religion because, you know, my family, you know, I respect my family and things. And, you know, so you know, but, like, and it's crazy because people who look very religious will be like, you know, I think they're gonna, like, you know, pray for me or something. When they go, oh, I love your purse. The grandmas at the craft store, they love my purse. Because whenever I have to pick up, like, art supplies, I'll see little old ladies and they'll be like, oh, I love your bag. I'm like, and I keep thinking they're gonna, like, pray for me or something. And they're like, oh, I love your purse. I'm like, oh, thank you. I get really nervous. I get really nervous about, like, looking too, like, out there creative. But then I'm at the art store, so they probably think I'm some sort of artist or something. I'm like, yes. Yeah. I'm an art girl. I make, like, the most mediocre art, by the way. It's not, like, I'm like nowhere on a professional level. I'm very casual. All the art I do is like, I've on and off done art for years. I do want to say, pixel art was like the first thing I got into because, honestly, sometimes, you know, sometimes life is too heavy, right? Life can be heavy, and when life is heavy, you can be stuck in bed. And I found the easiest thing to deal with that is to get activities you can do in bed. Like, I kid you not, like, you know, it doesn't always happen as much as it was back when it did happen. But you know, I picked up a bunch of different, like, hobbies that, like, pixel art you can do on your phone in bed. That was something I picked up because I could do it on my phone. Reading all of Fairy Tale, I read it because I could read it in bed or, you know, on the go. You know, I picked up... You're hearing wife every time you say life? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's incredibly mid too. That's crazy. I have a waifu. But yeah, sometimes not to get dark, but you know, if you find life is hard, you know, and you can't get out of bed, maybe have you tried getting bed activities that make you feel slightly productive, that can help you, you know, maybe you do pixel art on your phone for 5 to 10 minutes and then you're like, I want to do it on the computer, and you jump out of bed, you know. Your art level is barely above stick figures. I mean, I did these, but they're like, I don't know. This is like okay. I have two different art styles happening here because if you look at this one, this is the art study I did for my Chrono Trigger, and then this is like I was just kind of sketching out the party members for my postcard. I was kind of like, yeah, so I need to either update these to be like this, or I need to change this to be like that. But these are flat. I haven't done like any of the well, they could use a little bit of like lighting, if that makes sense. Like you can see the lighting in this pixel art, like the highlights and stuff. These are more flat. They haven't been rendered yet. Like if rendering in pixel art, I don't know. I'm just making up words. Oh, I play D&D. I just haven't played with minis really. I do have a nice table though, so like my friends have we just started our campaign. I had a campaign that was in person, but then it was online. You know? Art and music therapy can go a long way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I do all this for, like, me. I paint minis because, what is it? Also, my roommate, like, loves DMing. My roommate's, like, family used to play, like, D&D together and stuff, so I was like, what if I painted some minis and then you just use them because I just wanted to paint minis. They're like, yeah, sure. Like, I got a D&D table. My friend, did I say her name? I don't know if I said her name. Well, I was like, wait, I wasn't supposed to. But my friend, she's very cool. She's DMing a very cutesy D&D campaign right now. It's me, her, she's DMing, and then it's me, another friend, another friend, another friend. So there's 4 of us, maybe 5, but the 5th person hasn't shown up. My roommate got me into playing D&D? No, my dad got me into D&D. No, my dad got me into D&D. I started painting minis because I was like, oh, maybe my roommate can use them in the campaign. I played online. I did Curse of Strahd. I've done a couple of one-shots before that, to kind of, you know, get into the vibes. And then I did another... Oh, and I also did Humblewood. Humblewood's one of my favorite D&Ds. It's basically it's like your woodland creatures. Yeah. If you guys don't have like enough time to play like a full D&D campaign, there's a lot of like one-shot modules you can probably do where it's like they pre-write the thing for you and you just bring your friends together and then you just like lead them through the thing. You lead them through the dungeon or whatever. It's called a one-shot, so if you only have like time for one. Me and my friends played a short D&D campaign for a week, and midway through, we dedicated that time to playing shooters. You couldn't find patient friends for the life of me. Oh no! Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that's why I'm like, some people, you just gotta do a one-shot campaign. Fun fact, one of the most popular mass-produced electric pianos was invented as part of music therapy. Oh, for injured soldiers. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah. How long do most campaigns take? That depends on the dungeon master. That depends on you guys. You know what I mean? This campaign, I think it's gonna not be too long. I've done like 2-3 sessions. I have another session this Saturday. We run D&D every other week, if that makes sense. So it's like kind of bi-weekly. One of my friends does D&D every week at the same time. And then like one of my friends runs like 4 D&D campaigns. Bro, like my friend, he goes to work, he you know, he watches Critical Role, he plays a little bit of like Marvel Rivals or whatever Friend Swap game is out, you know what I mean? And then he's just like, maybe he'll collect some card games, you know, hang out with the fam, but he's like DMing D&D. He used to do like 4 campaigns a week. I remember, or he would, I don't know if he was DMing all of them, but he was like, oh yeah, I got my 4 campaigns a week, you know. Bro was like playing D&D nonstop, and I was just like, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, you can play as much D&D as you want. You can do a solo campaign where it's just you. There's people who have made modules where you kind of, you look as you go into the book. Yeah, there's like 1-player tabletop RPGs too that you can play. I've looked into them. Cause I know my dad plays with friends sometimes, but sometimes my dad, he mostly just reads by himself D&D modules and things and makes his own stuff. He'll like get books from like an indie author, and then he'll like make his own modules based on that world from the book, if that makes sense. And then I think sometimes when he makes his modules, he'll put them online. Yeah, like if you buy a D&D module from some random guy online, there's a chance that that's Papa Niwa. My dad sounds like a creative guy. Nah, he's not really that creative. He just really likes numbers. You know what I mean? He'll like make D&D modules here and there. He 100% at Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3. He got all achievements. All achievements, 100%. He's like, tell your chat, next time you see chat, tell him I 100% of the game. You also did that? Yeah. Yeah, my dad's a gamer, which is why my mom doesn't like video games. which is why my other dad is just Italian. Yeah, my dad's such a gamer that my mom was like, Next dad, Italian. I like both my dads. Both my dads are cool. I feel I'm very blessed to have like multiple parents and like people that love me and family. You know? I have a lot of family that isn't traditionally related to me, but they're like, you know what I mean? They're like the sweetest family I've ever had. You know? Like, one of my mom's friends. My mom has a friend that she's been going to concerts with forever. You know, they like the same band. And they like all the same music, so they always go to the same music stuff together. And basically she's like she's basically my tia at this point. You know? She's been at all my important life events and stuff, you know? You know, if I was singing a solo in the in the group singing, she was there. You know what I mean? If I had a birthday party, she was there. You know. Yeah. She was there when some of my real aunts weren't, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So it's kind of cool. I like the concept of found family, I think, so much because I personally have so much family that isn't related to me by blood that is like my family. I guess, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. Everyone in my family's so cool. Not to brag, but you know, I just feel really lucky in that regard. I know a lot of people aren't, so it's nice. It's nice to say nice things and have good news about life. Yeah, my dad's been into D&D since he was a kid. I couldn't play D&D. I've told you guys this story before, but the only D&D group that was around when I was a kid were all boys, and I was like, Mom, can I play D&D with the boys, please? And she was like, sure, what time is it at? And I was like, oh, well, they start at like dinner time, and they usually get pizza and stuff, and then they play till like 2 or 3 a.m., but they said they could end at like a 10 or 11 for me, since, you know, I can't stay the night because I'm not one of the boys. And she was like, no. She was like, there's no way you're staying up that late and hanging out with boys. And I was like, no, Mom, I just want to we're trying to roll nat 20s here. We're trying to roll nat 20s here. I'm not, And literally, like, one of them was like, and I was like, Mom, one of them likes boys. And she was like, no. She did not care. She was just like, no. I think okay, my mom goes to bed at like 8 or 9 p.m., okay? My mom goes to bed so early. I think, honestly, I don't think it had anything to do with the time it ended. I think she just didn't want to pick me up. I was like, my friend can drop me off. My friend can drop me off when we're done playing. My friend drives. And she was just like, no, it's so late. I think she didn't want me to wake her up as I came back from D&D. Yeah. But like literally that group of friends, they literally would still just play D&D. You know, there's a lot of you know? Did you sneak out of the house to run a D&D game? No, I did not. I was a good child. I did not do any of that. No, instead I learned how to write in Elvish on my computer. I learned how to sing and write in Elvish for a bit, and I would just kind of like, you know, I would just kind of make up my own worlds in my brain. So that's how, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But then when I was studying comp sci, I tried to play D&D, and that didn't work out because apparently the group I was trying to join was like already falling apart. But then I, you know, I played Final Fantasy 14, and then I ran into friends in 14 who who were from school, and I was like, oh my gosh, and then we played D&D and stuff, and we've been, you know, it's been very nice to hang out with all of them. But yeah, and then I made VTuber friends in addition to that, so, you know, that's like my hangouts with my friends, but we're all playing like Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. Yeah! Yeah, I was not allowed to like... My mom just wasn't like... literally one time my friends were like, hey, we're gonna play Monopoly. It's probably gonna take all day because we're playing with all the rules. And I was like, okay. And I was like, hey mom, they want to play Monopoly all day. She's like, do you think it'll run late? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, tell them you can't play then. And I was like, okay. I was like, I can't play. Do you like MMO and D&D? Have you heard of Monsters and Memories? No. I don't know any of the old people online stuff, really. I only know through, like, my elder weebs that, like, have taught me and, like, told me about things. You know, I had never seen Gurren Lagann until, like, COVID, okay? Like, it was, like, COVID, and people were like, you've never seen Gurren Lagann? You've never seen Code Geass? They were like, oh, back in my day, I watched Code Geass online. And I was like, good for you, old people. Good for you, old man. Okay, I'll watch it. Upcoming old school online games come out in June. If you check it out, yeah, I'll think about it. Yeah. No, but I'm near my what is it? There's like a mix of furniture that's like mine and not mine, you know. But next to my D&D table, I do have like a little spot to paint minis, which is fun. One of your friends want to do Smash because we used to have a gaming club. Oh, so it was like a regular thing. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of local places that do it. One of my friends goes to Smash local stuff all the time, and he, what is it? The other guy. He like, what is it? I forgot who this guy was, but what is it? My friend goes to Smash Locals and they met this guy and he's like, now they're like, what is it? Duo partner? Whatever. Well, you guys got duo partners in Smash? I'm like, what? Yeah, but he's like a duo partner for my friend now. They were like, yeah, and then that guy had friends, and that entire group of people that my friend that they met through Smash, they're all in the same D&D group now. It's crazy. What's everyone's favorite or ideal version of Smash Bros? I don't know. I don't play Smash Bros. Did you know that no one knows how to play Monopoly properly? No, I know. We were playing with extra rules on purpose. But I played Monopoly properly, literally like for New Year's. My friends and I all did board games because I have a board game table. I got a board game table because I was like, okay, there's like a loft space and there was nothing there, and I told my roommate, I was like, hey, can I put a D&D table in there? My roommate was like, yeah, like yeah, I'm not gonna stop you, you know. And I was like, sick. And one of my first ever work bonus I got a D&D table with it. The first ever work bonus I got with my adult money went to a D&D table, and it was like and something nice for my mom. I remember I got my mom's some jewelry or something. My mom likes like some fashion brand stuff, so I got my mom, was it a really expensive bracelet or something? I can't remember. My mom would sometimes send me shoes on sale and be like, these are in my size. You should order me these. When I was working full-time, my mom would send me like shoes and I'd be like, I got you, queen. Now that I'm working part-time, I'm like, Mom, I am making less money, but I'm still making enough for me. I was like, yeah, maybe I will be slowing down on buying you shoes. And she's like, okay, that's fair. She's like, yeah, no, that's fine. But I was just like, yeah. For a little bit, I would just like buy stuff that my mom would link me. I'd be like, yeah. It felt like such a flex. Yeah. Like, my nose is stuffy. That's so Nane core? Wait, what was Nane core? I kind of missed it. But yeah. Hi! Hi, Thar. Hi, Paper. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody joining for the morning chat. Yeah. I was thinking about, like, other stuff, too. Like, I'm gonna hide this draft postcard. I feel like I was gonna say something. And then I lost it for a second, but then I'm sure it'll come back. Oh, Tharv! I shared my fountain pen update. It's fixed. my fountain pen works now. I ordered a different ink. But I have to wait for it because I got waterproof. I ordered ink from the site that my friend uses. My friend's like really obsessed with stationaries too, so yippee! Yippee! Yeah, I got waterproof ink because I be watercoloring, so I need it to dry. I need it to dry and then I can paint over it. You played Mario Sunshine yesterday? I've never played Mario Sunshine. I've heard a lot of mixed things. People are like, it's mid, it's good, it's mid, and I'm never sure which one it is. I'm like, some people like it, some people hate it. I guess that's the vibe. I've been looking at so many art supplies. Thanks for streaming. I go now. Yeah. Maybe I'll put some art supplies on my throne or something. You know. I already have like enough stuff though. I got 2. Oh, I can show you guys my watercolors I got too. I got 2 watercolors. Did I get pale pink or cherry blossom? I think I got cherry blossom. I got two pigments because I was just tired of mixing them. Oh, I just realized I had like 50 pink shades. Number 18. Yeah. And then I got this one too. I got this color and I got this color. I was tired of mixing to get these colors. It's very difficult. You like it so far, but the blue coins are gonna be annoying? Oh, are those like, are the blue coins like a thing? Nane core to use your first paycheck to buy something nerdy, but so high class and something for someone else. Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't my first paycheck. It was my first, like, bonus or whatever. Yeah. Oh, is that the little alligator guys? What are the crocodiles, Jaws' crocodiles called again? The swamp, whatever, the swamplets or something? I always forget. It's been a minute. But yeah, I got the pink and I got the purple because mixing them is a big pain. I should have gotten the light blue because it is very difficult to get the type of sky blue that I want with the blue that I'm mixing right now. But oh well, oh well, oh well. The swamplets! That's what it is. Thank you. Yeah. You gotta go, Go do the thing you have to do. What do you draw with those? I mostly do like just kind of random stuff. Let me see if I have an art piece I can show you guys. It doesn't like super dox me. It doesn't super dox me. My art's not that good. It's kind of very beginner. It's very beginner. Let me send art photos to myself. And then I can show you what supplies I use. That's very... Well, I showed you the pencil I use. Let me just... Okay. I just have to edit them really quickly. And then Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Sorry, I'm just editing these pictures before I show them to you. Dooby-Dooby-Doo. And they're like really poorly taken, by the way. But yeah. Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Okay. This is oh god. It's so I did this one. It's grass in the sky. You gotta go, yeah. Hi, bye. Hi, bye. Yeah, it's just grass and some sky. I'm a little peepo shy. The lighting is really yellow because I like yellow lighting. When it's nighttime. I took these at nighttime, obviously. But yeah, that's kind of one of them. It's very simple stuff. And then I did this one. I did this one. I used a coloring book as a reference though, so like I did not come up with the concept of this. I just looked at how someone's like, you know? This is like the best one I've done, okay? This is like my best one. Mount Fuji, yeah, I just saw like a picture of the Mount Fuji thing and I just kind of went off, you know? Yeah. I have some other ones, but they're more earlier. I like to paint Weedle. I really want to get good at painting Weedle. That's... So the reason I'm doing this is because I want to paint like really scenic things and then just have like the tiniest Weedle in the background. You feel like watercolor bleed is hard to manage? Yes. Well, it's because I'm not experienced. So yeah, I just need, you have to wait for it to dry. I think that's like the biggest thing, is waiting for it to dry. But yeah, it's kind of, you know, that's kind of, you know, I have a little fan, but yeah, I think I'm getting better at it. I use the I have a very basic watercolor set. I bought the most basic one because I wasn't sure if I was gonna stick with this or not. I bought the most expensive colors. Not the most. There was expensive and there was expensive. But I got the most expensive and the most tiniest set. Cause I have cheap watercolor that was given to me as a gift. One of my family members got me a postcard set. They were like, "Oh, you like arts and crafts?" And they got me like this like postcard set. And the postcard set comes with like basic cheap watercolors and like a watercolor brush. And so I tried doing that. And I was like, "Oh, this is fun, but I wish like, you know, I wish it was better quality." And then I was watching a YouTube channel where they do art and stuff. And they had someone who did watercolor, and it was very inspirational. And so, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna level up my watercolor. So I got this is literally my watercolor palette. It's just, wait, is it this one? I don't remember. The yellow is more orange. The yellow between the yellow and the red, it's more of an orange. And the two bottom ones are greens. The one that looks orange is actually more of a, it's more of a, you know, Weedle. It's like Weedle color, if that makes sense. That's where my brush lands, between the green and the orange and the brown. That's like more Weedle tone. But yeah, I use that. I have a couple brushes that I got. Yeah. I want to get more like of a pastel. But I don't know where to get more of a pastel palette for watercolor. Cause I think it's more my style. But I also want to do like I want to be able to do creepy cute monsters. I think that'd be really fun. Like Imagine getting I did get a sketchbook in like it's not a white sketchbook, it's like a light brown paper, and I feel like it'd be really fun. Wouldn't pastel watercolors just be diluting the pigment more? Yeah, but sometimes it like comes out more muddled, if that makes sense. When I try to get a really good pastel, sometimes it's really hard because you don't get the it loses its color when you dilute it a little bit, and also like it's really hard to mix, if that makes sense. I have to mix it perfect every time, and then I have to mix it if I want to continue using that color and I run out, if that makes sense. So I have to mix it and I tend to run out of color because I'm still like kind of new at like mixing and using my colors, so yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's like a little difficult. A little difficult for me to like do. I can't explain it. I'm just not good, okay? I'm just not good, okay? I'll say it. I'm not good at I'm just not like good at art, man. Like, what do you want? Yeah. But I got the starter one. I kind of wish I had a more pastel. But I don't know, like I don't know what would be a good palette. It sounds like no, the watercolor palette I got, I bought two additional pastel color pigments though. I bought the pink and the purple lilac, and those are like $2 each. And those the color pans last like forever. They last like a really long time. Like, cause you're mixing it with water, and I can't explain it, but it lasts forever. Apparently they have like a flower bundle. I think I have these. This one's only like 8 colors. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I got mine. It was like $20, I want to say. And it's like really tiny. The one I showed you is really tiny. Wait, let me see if I can find like how it looks in real life, cause it's a very tiny palette that I got. The travel one that I have is actually super tiny, and where is it? They're showing me the other one. Oh yeah, this one. But this palette is like, how big is it in real life? It's like, also they sell it for $30 online. I got it for 20 at my art store, so I guess I got a really good deal. It's like, I can't, it doesn't say how big it is. What the heck, man? What the heck, man? Maybe I should just go to the official website. Do they have a picture of how big? Oh wait, no, this is the pocket set. I have the pocket set that's like one step up. I have a pocket set that's like one step up. Oh, it's this one. Oh, they're selling it for $40 on the official website. That's crazy. Here's the image. It's like this big, if that makes sense. Wait, let me crop it real quick so I can just. But see, it's not that big of a painter set. Oh, never mind. I used to have an artist friend and stuff she bought used to be pretty expensive. Yeah. I'm getting like middle of the road expensive, if that makes sense. I get like middle of the road expensive because I don't want to use the cheapest art supplies. Cause I've used a lot of cheap art supplies before. I've been gifted like so many cheap art supplies because people are like, "Oh, you're creative," but then you know, I was very much didn't have time to do a lot of art because I do a lot of programming stuff. It was always like, gotta do my programming, you know. Yeah, and then this is like the mixing chart too. So if you look at the mixing chart, oh, I just moved something. I don't even know what I moved. But if you look at the mixing chart for the palette itself, you can see there's not really a strong purple or pink that you can make with this palette, like a lilac. And I keep wanting to do art that needs a purple. So my bad. I didn't, you know, it is what it is. It is. Yeah. But I really like doing watercolor. I think it's fun. You can't paint on top though. So you have to start like your lightest color in the painting and then paint to the darkest. Versus like most people paint the darkest and they paint the light on top. You can't like paint the light on top. So it's a bit of a challenge, but it's like kind of fun. I can't explain it. I'm having fun. This is my little me time that I do. I really like it. I really like it a lot. So, you know. I think the quality of the watercolor is really good. I just don't know if I like these colors. They're just so like, yeah. They're just so like, yeah. I think I need like softer ones, but I'm too inexperienced to really say much on the matter. But yeah. No, like the watercolor can get really expensive, but it can also be really cheap. It just kind of depends. But I really do want to get some pastel. Unironically, painting along with the Bob Ross video would be a banger stream. But yeah, I just don't want... I really like my desk mat and stuff, and I really don't want to like spill any art on this desk that I use. I have a desk that's like set up for doing art on, and I have like my wash. I don't want to set up my camera and then move, and I have to put more lighting in here because the lighting I have doesn't pick up well in camera because I keep a very like yellow light in my office. Yeah, secondary remote stream. Yeah, I'm just like, what if I just made art for me and then I just show you the result? I'll just show you guys the results of my efforts at a different time. You know, but maybe one day I'll drop a watercolor merch and then and then I'll never talk about it again. Look, if I get good enough, I'll think about it. I've always liked making postcards. I thought postcards were always really fun to do, so I made postcard for my friend who helped me unclog my fountain pen. I was like, here you guys go. And the art was okay. I couldn't get the colors to where I wanted them to be, but I think it truly is because there's certain colors that palette just doesn't hit when you mix them. Like you can't get a true lilac, so yeah. I wouldn't say it's like too expensive though. If you really want to get started with watercolor, what I spent outside of the kit to get started, I mean, I guess this might be expensive for some people. If you have adult money, I feel like adult money wise, this isn't too crazy. But to get started with watercolor, you only need one brush. The travel kit I got came with a brush, but I went ahead and bought a brush anyways, in addition to that, for like $3. So I spent like 20. Maybe the paints were 25 and not 20. So I spent like 30 for a brush and the paint. They sell the postcard-sized watercolor sketchbooks for $2, but they were also having 50% off. So I got a sketchbook for $3. That was kind of big. But I like the $2 ones. I like the really tiny paper. I like drawing small. And then I got pencils were like $3 that I really liked. The sketching pencils. So I spent like under 40. I want to say I spent under $40 to start getting into watercolor. After I used this like there's like a, what is it? I had this really cheap, I think it was like a Hobby Lobby watercolor kit. Ugh. 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 Where is it? Where is it? Oh no! The water sketch paint is $20. Yeah. Wow, they're selling it like 30, 40 online. That's why I'm like really confused. Yeah. So yeah, I spent like between 30 and 40 on my first watercolor kit. But the one I was gifted, it was like a postcard watercolor kit. Or no. I'm trying to look up the exact kit because it was gifted to me. Oh yeah. Here we go. I got watercolor cards. They're like $10, and then I think I got some starter watercolor paints. Oh, okay. I never looked up how much my gift was, but this was like this was like a stocking stuffer. It was kind of crazy. One of my family members just gave me this stocking of paint. Yeah, it's like $10, I want to say, for cheap watercolor paints. You can get the whole thing for $10. Oh. Yeah, $6. Yeah, I have $6 watercolor paints, and they're like okay. You know, they get the job done. They're not really in the colors I like though. The Winsor Noon ones are like so nice. Like if you could get Winsor Noon, like I'd recommend just trying that out. But if you're like really not sure if you want to commit to the hobby, the cheap ones are just $6. They work just fine. Yeah. It's just for the art style that I want to go for. They don't really, you know, they don't really hit the color. The Winter Noons also don't. They hit, but they don't hit the colors that I want. I don't know. It's just, you know, when you do art, you kind of just figure it out yourself. You kind of just slowly figure things out yourself, and then you're like, oh, okay, you know. But yeah, they do make a cheap Winsor Newton palette that's like gonna be the nicer paint. And then like you get like, oh, I got masking fluid too. I got a masking fluid pen because I'm kind of lazy, and that kind of like you draw with the pen, and you can like, it's basically like tape glue, and it keeps that part of the paper white, and then when you're done doing the art and everything dries, you peel the masking fluid. And it's like kind of like a latex fluid though, so if you're allergic to latex, good luck. GG. Some people are. Some people are. But yeah. Yeah. Fun fact. But I really like, I've been really liking the watercolor stuff. It's been really fun. Kind of been my hobby. Do you guys have any hobbies? Do you guys have any things that you do? Do you guys play a sport? Or like, you know? I feel like I know a lot of people that do like some sort of something. Whether it's D&D or like, you know, events. Some people DJ as a hobby. They're like, yeah, I'm a hobby DJ. And I'm like, huh, how does that work? You know? I always think it's really interesting. I always think that kind of stuff's really interesting. Same hobbies as you? Just older, less time and energy? Oh, okay. You don't know how people don't have hobbies? Yeah, there are people out there who do not have hobbies. Well, I mean, like, I can see people with kids who don't have hobbies, but, like, they have, like, kids. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, parents, like, that's an understandable one, but, like, you know. People without kids that don't have hobbies, I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Watching anime and gaming? Yeah, those are fun hobbies. I love those. You're president of your anime club? Ooh, that's fun. You like playing trading card games? Oh, yeah. One of my friends sells trading card game cards. He's like a big fan of the hobby, though. So my friend buys packs, opens them, but he's not really a collector. He kind of just wants the cards that he wants. So he just sells the ones that other people would want. And then he uses that money to buy more packs to and then get the cards he wants. And if he doesn't get the cards he wants, then he sells the ones that he doesn't want. And I'm like, that's fair. Because he was like, I would have just bought those packs anyways. So I was like, that's crazy. And I'm like, what do you mean whatever? You have to be doing something more often, yeah. Maybe they just don't want to share, like, their hobby. Do you consider your hobbies the things you do most often or the things you're most interested in? I think my hobby is just whatever I'm up to, right? I have a lot of hobbies. I'm one of those people that likes to do a little bit of everything. I like to do art, I like to cook, I like to go outside and do stuff. You know? I used to be into frisbee golf. I used to be into frisbee golf. Bro, I really liked frisbee golf. Frisbee golf was pretty fun. I stopped doing that though. Because okay, I was in school when I did frisbee golf, and my friend had like 2 bags of frisbees. And so I would borrow, like, me and my friends would go do frisbee golf, and we would all do frisbee golf together, and we would just borrow our friends' frisbees, because my friend had like 2 bags of frisbees. And we would, like, people would get discs stuck in trees, and they would just leave them there because they couldn't get them out and stuff. They just were like, well, that one's gone. But my friends and I would, like, collect the discs if we could in the trees, and then we would put them in the bag. So, like, we got a bunch of frisbees from trees. To be fair, we were students, so, you know, and we would help people get their discs out of trees if we happened to see them, you know. We'd be like, oh, hey, here, we got you, and we'd, like, get the disc out, you know. But some people would get it, like, really stuck high up. Do I count as an elder weeb? I think a lot of people in this chat might count as an elder weeb. But the thing is, I call my friends, I call my personal friends, my elder weebs because, like, respectfully, because they showed me a lot of, like, older internet culture that I have never partaken in. So I call them elder weeb because they have taught me the arcane knowledge. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's more of a, like, an endearing, respectful term I use for them. I probably wouldn't really use it for chat, just because it's more like, you know, it's me just trying not to call my friends old. That I have from gaming, yeah. You can, yeah, feel free to steal Elder Weeb. I feel like a lot of the graveyards and some hobbies or interests had to go through a lot. Oh, yeah, you know, I had one of my managers that I worked with once was one of the managers I had was a what do you call it? He was an Elder Weeb. And I remember sitting there and he was like, "Oh, are you reading manga between like, you know, work time?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm reading manga on my phone." He's like, "Oh, what do you like?" And he started like telling me all this stuff about anime. He was like, "You know, I'm one of the core people that helped you know, distribute anime." And I was like, "Huh?" And he talked about his friend that lived near him, and his dad liked living in the States because like no one knew who he was, but in Japan he was like really famous for like, I don't know, like martial arts or something, I can't remember. And so it was really funny because he was like, "Oh yeah, he used to bring me what we call VHS tapes of anime, and we would translate them to English, and then we would pass the VHS tapes around, and we'd have to wait every month or so whenever this guy's dad would travel to Japan and get VHS fan subs." Yeah, he was doing VHS fan subs with his friends because they were like learning Japanese and stuff because his neighbor knew Japanese. Basically, sorry, I was getting up. And he was like well, he was like old. He was really old, okay? He was like from like the 80s, 90s watching anime, you know? And he was talking about how they used to have to pass VHSs. And then he told me I always loved like working with him. So I was like kind of like a student at the time or something. It was like a student job, but I would bounce around to different places as they needed me. And I would go to his team room like very rarely because they very rarely needed me. Sorry. Sorry, I dropped something on the floor and I was picking it up. But yeah, you know. Oh, thank you for the follow. Hello, I'm new here. I hope this is cozy. Yeah, it is cozy. Yeah, we're talking about this manager I had that did VHS fan subbing. And he would tell me all about like the anime conventions in the early 2000s. Every time I would talk to him, we would talk about the current anime season, but then he'd also talk about like, "Oh yeah, no, back in the day, like when anime, we had to do this, we had to do that. Yeah, no, there was no Crunchyroll." And like he was like, "Yeah, no, we started with VHSs, moved to DVDs." You know, and he just knew so much about stuff. He gave me some recommendations too, and I took them to heart. Yeah, transfer tape discs. Dex. Yeah. You probably would like this guy. But he was like he knew so much about the history of anime because he was in it. Like the history of anime in the West. And I was just in awe. And he was very like, he dressed very like spiffy, very well put together. He looked very like, he looked like more on the normie side of life, but like he was very normie looking, but like in a way like that was like more like indie grassroots. He was very hipster. He was like very hipster normie looking, and so for him to talk about like the underground VHS fan sub tape collection that him and his friends did, I was like, huh? I was like, oh, huh? And I would just sit there and like, you know, whenever we had downtime, it would just pass so quickly because he would just, you know. It's crazy. It was crazy. And the thing is, he was like, I wouldn't even sell the VHS tapes. He would just like copy them for friends who were interested in watching the shows. And they would, you know, him and his friend that was like Japanese would, you know, translate them to English. together, and he learned Japanese that way. When I was in college, I found a random, like, sliding lever in the storage room of the college anime club. What, did it lead to, like, a bunch of, like, VHS tapes? It's very interesting. He feels like a trendsetter like them in his underground. Well, no, it's not really, like, he feels like a trendsetter. It's just, like, that's just the only way you could watch anime was, like, that back in the day, apparently. And he was just telling me, you know, he was just telling me, like, oh, you have it so good. And I was like, I do have it so good. I think it was a fader for really old digital subtitling. Oh, it was like an Amiga ST cider. I have no idea what that means. You're saying words right now. I guess it was for dubbing the VHS or whatever. That's cool though. I'm just like, I'm in awe. I think like the history and like the historicalness of stuff is just really cool to me. So whenever someone yaps about like anything. Whenever someone yaps about the history of a hyperfixation I have, I'm just like, you know? Yeah. The guy was really cool. He was like a really old guy, obviously, and he was just like, yeah, hey, kid. You feel like normie is kind of like a rude word. It is. But you know, you have to understand. I have had people call me nerd so much that I'm like, okay, normie. You know what I mean? Like, you know. It's just one of those things. I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I started saying normie because people just kept saying nerd so much. So I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, normie. You know? I say it playfully, though. I say it from a place of love. You know, I try not to, like, okay. So one time, you know, I remember when I went, I was in school and I went to a social gathering with my roommates at the time, and they were like, yeah, let's go, right? And you know, they needed, we would have different designated drivers and stuff. Sometimes these guys that were very normie, basically, like, I've had, like, some frat guys try to hit on me, and I just call them normies. I'm like, what are you, like, a normie? And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm pretty normal, yeah, like, and I'd be like, oh, so, like, what games do you play? And they would be like, oh, I play FIFA, I play 2K. I'd be like, oh, that's cute, that's so normie. I'm like, yeah, I have, like, a real gaming computer, like, where I play real video games. I couldn't help it, man. Look, I couldn't help it, okay? Okay? You can't just hit on me, okay? And then not know what video games are, okay? You, like, it's not allowed. Yeah, I talk about this often, but it wasn't a nice thing to do. It wasn't nice of me to do, but I still feel pretty based for doing it. If someone's too normie, they'll be real. Well, I mean, like, you know, they're like, haha, hey, like, oh yeah, I'm a business major, yeah, oh, yeah, and they have, like, their little polo on. I'm like, brother, wrong, this is not the girl. I am, how many D&D campaigns have you ran? How many, if you were, name 3 demon deities right now. Yeah, do you even know recursion? Do you even know the meaning of the word? How many programming algorithms do you know? Or I'd be like, have you even read one book by Mercedes Lackey? Even one? Look, okay, look, I feel like I am my own, okay, so, like, to be fair, my mom was like, you can't talk to boys or anything or anyone. And then my mom was like, are you like, I remember my mom was like, She gave me the like, are you gay talk one time. My mom was like, hey, do you like girls? It's fine if you do, but like you still can't date people, but like if you like girls, that's fine. But like you can't date anyone. But like it's cool if you like boys or girls. And I was like, no mom. I was like, I don't like anyone. It's true. It's true. I was like, for the longest time, I was like, I didn't like fictional characters. I didn't like anyone, like, period. And then, you know, Atlee or Sophie. My mom was like, are you gay? My mom had to ask, because I was like not trying to like, because I wasn't allowed to date now. I wasn't like trying to have like a pretend boyfriend or anything, or you know, or like I wasn't trying to like have a boyfriend behind her back or something. So she was like, and I guess one of my aunts got into her head, is she gay? Or so I don't know who got that into her, and so she was just like, do you like girls? And I was just like, yeah. I mean, now I can say that I like girls and guys, but like it. I didn't know. I didn't know at the time. I didn't consider liking anyone really. I wanted to learn Elvish. But I remember when I was doing like college stuff. Yeah, the people would ask me. They would flirt with me, and I would just, in my head, I would just think, this guy can't even name 3 D&D classes. I was like, this guy can't even name... wait, where's my book of demons? Where is that? On my shelf. It's behind me. I have a book called Fairies, Elves, and Goblins. Look, can you even name, like, 3 grim fairy tales? Can you tell me what happens in them? I am, like, one of those, like, gatekeepers. Look, you have to gatekeep yourself. Like, these normies would try to talk to me, and I would just be like, you know? Oh wait, what book is this? The Princess and the Goblin? Is this public domain? I think this is a public domain book. This is really cute. Oh, I got to page 80. This is a nice bookmark. I have an expired coupon in here from 2 years ago. Yippee! Yippee! Yeah. Oh my gosh, I should finish this. This looks really cute. I really like really messed up fairy tales. I like creepy cute, if that makes sense. Where is my book of demons? Oh, the diction. If it's public domain, that means I can read it on stream. I don't know if it's public domain. After a certain amount of years, you can read. Like, you can read the Nutcracker on stream. I did do that for a bit one time. It's somewhere online. It's either online or it's gone. But yeah, around Christmas time, I read part of the Nutcracker, but it's not really my content. Yeah, I have a book called The Dictionary of Demons. It's the names of the damned. It's like a dictionary. But it's like, can you even name like 3 of these guys? Huh? Do you even know who, what is it? Have you even heard of Harparks? Oh yeah, well, what about, I'm sorry, I, you know what? I went to the K section, and there is a demon with a similar name to, people that mayhaps be known. You know, do you even know who Meros is? Because I don't. It's in the dictionary, though, girl. That's why we got a dictionary. Do you even know who Pandor is? Because I don't, but it's in this dictionary. I keep this next to my herbal medicine book. I just feel like the Dictionary of Demons and herbal medicine, I feel like it goes together. I actually do have, I have a book, and it's called Healing Herbal Teas. It's 101 specially formulated teas, and it's not a cure-all. herbal medicine is not a cure-all. It's a alleviator. It's supposed to be like a symptom helper. It does not, you know. Okay, look. So I had a lot going on. I had a lot going on in my life at one point, and for some reason, Police, we have a LARPer here. Oh my gosh, shut up. You know? Sent star for 2 jewels? What does that mean? What is a star for 2 jewels? Thank you. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Thank you for the star. Thank you for the star. Wow, I got 2 jewels, chat. Thank you for the 2 jewels. Thank you so much. I don't even know what, like, the donating bits, Twitch chain hyper, whatever, mod, YouTube, party, on-screen, After Effects. Like, I don't even know what any of that means. I feel like I'm just here to stream, and then, like, YouTube would just be like, oh. So there's, like, these healing herbal teas. I don't know. I had a lot going on, and I just would read about, you know, like, they talk about, like, the flavors of tea blends and stuff. I have there's beauty tea in here. There's digestive tonics. Bro, does that... Okay, but herbal medicine is the closest you can get to IRL being medieval IRL, okay? Another reason I got really into herbal medicinal teas and medicines is because it is the closest you can get to being an alchemist in real life, okay? You think I picked VTuber alchemist because I think oh, alchemy's cool? No, I'm making teas in real life, okay? I'm making my own cough drops. Herbal medicines can be very beneficial if properly utilized, but there are a lot of people who kind of abuse traditional Chinese medicine. That's why Canada started supporting regulatory bodies. I don't even know what you're saying. I think everyone should go see a real doctor, but, you know, I think, you know, can you transform lead into gold? Get out. Just kidding. Get out. You know, there's just, like, a lot of different stuff. And, like, of course, you should know your own body and, like, what you need and stuff. And some of these teas are more expert teas, but they do have, like the herbal tea book does have other teas that are not beneficial. Well, I guess it could be. Like, there's a recipe for chai tea in here. Basically, people started scamming people without actually understanding the practice. Yeah. You have to, you do have to regulate it. Yeah, that is very true. No, I at a time, I thought about quitting programming. I thought about quitting programming and just signing up for a medicinal herb practitioner program. I kid you not. I thought about it and I was like, I could live in a small farm town and I could just make medicinal tea for people and read book and instead I did quit programming and then I ended up programming. So never let your memes be dreams, you know? Sometimes you don't even need a computer science degree. Sometimes you just need to do computer science enough and they just hire you. Your raw aura. Yeah, they have like respiratory tea, they have sore throat tea. You know, but you have to be careful about the ingredients you buy too. You want to make sure the ingredients you're buying for these teas are regulated and approved, because like the sore throat soother tea, it's like 4-part rosehip, cinnamon, easy peasy. But then this is where things get kind of crazy. You need licorice root, wild cherry bark, marshmallow root. Fennel's easy to get. And then you can grate some ginger with it. The licorice root, the cherry bark, and the marshmallow root, you really want to make sure those are food safe and that you're getting them from a really good distributor. That's like where people really mess up with these at-home remedies. Oh. Ooh, I just I just flipped onto a page called pregnancy tea. It's a tea you make to drink during pregnancy if you're trying to get pregnant. Huh. Okay. Guys, I have to make a tea for Jaws and Liffey. Guys, they will get pregnant. Not me making pregnancy tea for my guy friends. Like, hey guys, I made this tea. Can I send it to you? Wait, why are you guys making that face? Why are you guys making that face? What, you thought it was for me? Oh my gosh, there's postpartum tea? Okay, I need to bookmark this recipe. I know so many women in my life that are like, they're heading towards, you know, having babies. Some of them have already had babies, but there's people that are having babies every day, and I feel like that's a good one. I love looking at medicinal tea. Snoozy tea. Allergy tea. There's so many. I need this allergy tea. My sinuses are crazy. Catnip. Okay, nettle leaf, catnip, peppermint, anise seeds, eyebright. I don't even know what an eyebright is. I'm gonna be so real. Wait, I have another book. I have a dictionary of herbs somewhere. Where is that? Oh, the complete guide to herbal medicine. Bro, this book is like cracked up. It's like a paperback. It's not a hard joke. All jokes aside, please do check if these medicinal stuff is valid or not. Yeah. Like, everything that I've gotten and stuff is like, what do you call it? Everything is written by people who have PhDs in the medical field. I make sure that everyone, you know, the reason why, I can't say the reason why medicinal medicine gets pushed back. But I think if we all think about if we all close our eyes and we think about capitalism for 2 seconds, you can see why there's a lot of invalidity about herbal medicine. We can think about why, mayhaps. But yeah, what herb was I looking for? What is eyebright? I wonder if that's okay. If that's here. Yeah, and like the thing about this book is this dictionary, it'll have like eucalyptus, it'll have its common doses, its side effects, its interactions, important points to remember, why people use the herb, how the herb is most effective, what research shows, and then the all of the research for each entry in the herbal medicines guide has actual references from actual clinical tests and things. So you can check up the validity of the medical test that was ran on that herb when the herb was being used. And how they used it and like the case study and stuff. I really liked this book. I used to study this stuff like all the time. Oh, eyebright right here. The plant that eyebright comes from has been used since the Middle Ages. Okay. Oh, it treats irritated eyes. Oh. It comes as a lotion or infused to a drink. Some experts recommend the following doses. Okay. Some people may make eye drops with it, or an eye compress. That's interesting. Or they boil it in water. And then, like, all these side effects are listed. So, like, if I mess up, if something happens, I know, like, why. So, like, side effects can include confusion, headache, itching, red swollen eyelid rims, severe pressure in the eyes when tearing, sneezing, stuffy nose, unusual eye sensitivity to light, vision problems, and weakness. Interactions. Combining herbs with certain drugs may alter their action or produce unwanted side effects. Yeah, talk to a professional about what you're taking before taking eyebright. Yeah, perfect. You know what I mean? Medical experts caution against using eyebright because it may cause cell damage. Ooh. When you use this herb, you gotta avoid the bright light. That's fair. And there's like a reference. No known products containing eyebright are available commercially. So like I would alter the allergy. See, and after reading about eyebright and how risky of an herb it is, it's probably really hard to procure. So
I would make the allergy tea, I'd be like, I'd look for something to either subsidize the eye bright, or I would do it without the eye bright. You know what I mean? So, like, there's certain herbs that I'm, like, very, like, if I don't feel like I have the confidence to use them, I won't use them. It's very interesting. There's all kinds of stuff. Oh, there's also a breeze for sun tea. I actually used to make this. So sun tea, you just put, this one is good for cardiovascular digestive. Yeah. It's, mint, lemon, hibiscus, ginger, and rosemary. And then you just set that in water in a glass container with water, and you put it in the windowsill during the peak of summer, or you put it outside. And the sunlight gets so warm that it naturally heats the water in the tea, and it's a slow brew. You leave it outside for a few hours, and then you're good to go. It brews itself. It's really good if you're, like, camping. Sun tea is really good to make if you're camping and you don't want to, like, have an electric kettle with you. Or if you're doing, like, some sort of outdoorsy thing and you don't want to, like, bother, you know, and you're gonna be there for a while. I made sun tea in the summer one time. I put a glass jar of tea. I used hibiscus tea, though, and a bunch of fruit that I found. That I bought. And I was like, yeah, and I put it in the windowsill. And it was really good. There's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of cool knowledge out there. Fern, thank you for the membership. Thank you. 12 more shares. Wait, that's a whole year. Thank you for being a garden worm. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. There's cold fusions. There's iced teas. You know, you can make teas in the sun. There's fall stuff. There's all kinds of things. I mostly focused on, what is it? Teas, that have hibiscus in them. I remember, I have a family member that, has a certain medical condition, and hibiscus is really good for them. And then I have that family member, also, they can't have licorice root. And so I saw them, like, at the store, and I saw they reached for something and it had licorice root in it, and I was like, no, you can't have that tea for whatever. Like, you know, like an over-the-counter thing. And I was just like, no, that has licorice root. You have to have hibiscus. You have to have hibiscus based or something else, you know? Yeah. I think it's very interesting. They even talk about Lily of the Valley. It's got, like, this book is, before you hit the, or I guess after you hit the index and glossary combined, it's about 698 pages. The font's really tiny. And it's got, like, an herb page. So there's stuff on wormwood. There's stuff on, like, eucalyptus, chamomile. There's basil. It's got all the herbs I've heard of and haven't heard of. It's really fun. Over 300. And it has, like, medical studies tied with it, which I think it's really important to have documented medical studies with, like, the knowledge that you're getting. Tiny font? Yeah, it's a tiny book, though. So they had to, like, you know, this herbal tea book I got, she's written a lot of, like, herbal stuff, and, like, has her own farm and stuff. So she's been, like, in the business of making teas and things, and, like, she has a full garden. I forget how the validity of her stuff, but a lot of tea blending is pretty harmless. And then I have another herbal book. Where's my other herb book that I have? I have a few, but there's a few that I keep on the main shelf. Oh. This might be outdated. It is dusty. Oof, this one's really dusty. It's called The Modern Herbal Dispensatory. And this is used as a textbook for some people, because I was looking into it. It's for people who really want to live, like, a holistic life or whatever. I'm not really into that. I just want to make some sick teas and cough drops. And so this talks about extractions, and this made me really feel like an alchemist. You're new here and just subscribed? Welcome in! I'm just kind of yapping today about my hyperfixations. I'm going through my books and yapping about it. So, like, there's, like, herbal preparations and things, and they, you know, they kind of talk about the beginning of herbal medicine, and then it's, like, about how to prepare fresh herbs, dried herbs, liquid herbs, extractions, tablets, etc. The different types of extractions, different types of preparations, you know, and it tells you, how strong different, types of herbs, like the aromatic, salty, sour, oily, sweet. It tells you, like, when they're fresh, dried, capsuled, infusion, tincture, or, glycerite, like, when they're strong and not strong. It's very interesting. And it talks about fresh plants, you know, just different things, ointments and things, and then, there's some, like, recipes later it gets to. Oh, this one, there's, like, an introduction to extractions, terms, equipment, solvents, and calculations, the solubility and stuff, and I did one recipe from this book, I want to say, because a lot of it is, like, equipment I don't have and stuff, but it was very interesting to read. Topical preparations is really fun. What tea do I make? I just kind of buy a bunch of tea. Of course, her human protege would also be a bit into alchemy. Oh, thank you for the 2 jewels. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's some new feature I didn't know about. Wait. Wait, I just saw thank you for the 6-7 jewels. Thank you. I guess YouTube has its own bits. If we boiled you, what kind of tea I would make? Humanoid tea? Like elf? Yeah. Oxygens. Okay. Yeah, but they show you how to do everything. Single herb prep. This book's more about, like, how to prep herbs and stuff. And about, like, you know, it's very scientific. This modern herbal dispensary book, I remember reading it, and it's like all of the guides and stuff, it's very, like, you know, onion tea, maybe, actually. I love onions, okay? But yeah. No, there was another herb recipe book I had somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it had a recipe for cough drops that was really pog. I really liked it. You basically make, like, a tea tincture of like a respiratory tea, and then you take that with honey and you make candy with it. You, like, candy the tea. And then when you're done candying the tea, you put it in the freezer to harden, and you have your own DIY cough drops. You can just buy cough drops, though. But if you want to feel like an alchemist, you can make your own, which is, you know? And you could make, like, different, you could, like, flavor the honey and stuff, which I thought was really fun. But, yeah. And then I would save the hardened, like, honey, like, tincture stuff. I would add water. And put one of the little cough drops I made and let it dilute, and it'd be like a drinkable tea. It'd be pretty good, actually. Yeah, but you could only have, like, one, you know what I mean? Candy the tea? Yeah. Well, it was like respiratory tea, right? So it had all the stuff for breathing. It was the first time I used licorice root, which I did procure through a reliable way. I think there's, like, bad licorice root out there that is not food safe, and there's licorice root that is food safe. So you gotta be careful when you're getting into herbs and stuff, because, you know, you could have one bad herb and, like, die and like be dead. So you know, not actual candy. Yeah. But, like, it's like the process of making cough drops is very similar to making hard candy, if that makes sense. If you've ever made hard candy at home, like on like cookie paper or whatever. It's like very similar when you get to that part of the respiratory cough drops. Yeah. I have a lot of different stuff. I have a lot of different interests. I feel crazy. We went from talking about like, oh yeah, I do watercolor to like, oh yeah, I've made my own cough drops and stuff. And oh yeah, I used to read about medicinal herbs. I have a book on like mythical creatures. I like to get like dictionaries. You know? Yeah, but you can't eat as much as you want. Yeah, you can eat as much as you want, but it is good. Hi, how am I doing? I'm doing good. Yeah. I'm yapping about my hyperfixations. You did miss the watercolor talk. It's okay, we can talk about it again. I'll show you guys my watercolor travel set again. I showed some... Oh wait, I'll show you some of the art I've done too. I showed a couple of the pieces. I've just been like... Oh, I forget when I drag it. It's like... I also showed my postcard preview, but I think I already closed my art program, so you're gonna have to go to the VOD for that. Oh, you make medicine your own country culture? Oh yeah, well it's not common here. It's not common here, but I like doing it anyways. Yeah, so this is like just some grass that I did. And then this is the best one I've done so far. But it was really hard to mix the pink purple because the pigments don't mix as brightly as I want. So I bought a pastel pink and purple from the art store because I had to get ink. I saved my fountain pen. That was nearly broken. Thank you to my friend who fixed my fountain pen. Thank you so much. You're the best. But yeah, I painted this. I sketched it. I copied like a reference, by the way. This doesn't even look like the reference anymore though, because I changed it a bunch, but I pretty much looked at a coloring book. I've been looking at like coloring books. I got a coloring book. Was it like a Daiso or something? And then I just like instead of using colored pencils and the actual sketches that are in the book to color, I just copy the sketches loosely, kind of eyeball them, and then I paint them how the coloring book tells you to color in colored pencil, but I paint it in watercolor. So it's a different medium, so it's not going to be 1-to-1. Yeah. So I just kind of look at stuff. I'm doing a video game one soon. I sketched out some places in a video game that I really like, and I'm gonna try and paint. But I need a better purple. I need a better purple paint because the one I have is not really that good. Oh God. Sorry, I just realized I was sometimes you stim, and then you realize you're stimming, and then you realize and then you're like, oh no. And it's like if you know, you know. But let me show you my watercolor. It was really embarrassing. Okay, if you know, you know. But this is the watercolor palette I'm using. I've showed you guys earlier, but yeah. Stimming. You wouldn't get it. You just wouldn't get it, but it's okay. This is my watercolor palette. It's pretty basic. It's got green. This is actually yellow, orange, and red. That middle one is actually a super yellow tone. It's hard to like see the actual colors that are in the palette, but let me see if I can find the swab sheet. I think someone has the swab sheet for this palette. It's a really tiny palette. Oh, they have the image on the back. I guess that's kind of good. Yeah, these are the colors. But you see it's more like an orangey yellow? These are kind of how they're supposed to look. I can never get the cerulean blue to be the color I want. Or the ultramarine. I don't know. I just need to lock in. I need to lock in. I need to get better. You're trying to get back into doodling? You're making me want to try watercolors? Oh, you. My bad. I did get brown watercoloring. I don't really do, like... I'm not, like, cracked at art. It's just something I do just, you know, to you know... Just to have fun and get away from my computer. Yeah, you're welcome, you're welcome. You know, no matter what it is, whether it's, you know, painting minis or collecting cards or, you know, digital art, regular art. I also have a sketchbook. My sketchbook's like really cringe because I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to draw, but I'm trying to like learn a little bit so then I can do line art for my watercolors because that's where I'm struggling is I don't know what to... I need something to color in and I'm not really a drawer. I'm more of a painter. You know what I mean? I painted and I have acrylic paint. And I painted once for my dad. I painted him a Star Wars background, like with acrylics, like very abstract. And then I put like the tiniest Boba Fett I could, like in the background. And he literally hung it up, and I was like, He like, it looked like okay. It's not like the best art ever, but he put it up like on his shelf with all his D&D stuff, and I was like, oh. He's like, you remember this? And I was like, yeah, I painted that. I was like, oh. I just think it's funny when I see something I make my parents, and then it's like there in the background. I'm like, oh, you didn't just put it in a box, you know? Yeah, you're trying to get into just. It's very healing. I feel like, you know, I worked in the game industry and it was terrible. I've talked about how bad my last job was. This job is fine. It's good. It's, you know, I'm more stable. I feel like this is the most, like, happy I've ever been in my life, you know? So, yeah. So I've started picking up hobbies that, you know, help that. Yeah, I used to work in the game industry, so... And now I do part-time freelance contract work, so it's like, you know, I don't... You know, I'm not making full-time money, but, you know, I have a livable wage. And, you know, that's what life is about. So I'm doing a little art here and there. It's really fun. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time living. I'm living life and I'm having a really good time. So, yeah. Now, I feel really lucky. I've got to hang out with my family this year. It was bad. I mentioned this before. Like, I was working on Christmas. And like every other holiday. So, yippee! I got to spend Christmas with my family and not worry about work this year. Yeah. But they did give me good bonuses. They did give me a really good severance too. But, you know, yeah, I was like on call and everything. I was like an on-call dev and everything, so. Yeah, it was a live service mobile game, so. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is for those who are new who don't know. But those who know, they know. You guys who have been around, you guys remember. No, my bonuses weren't crazy. They weren't crazy. They weren't crazy. I did get one bonus one time, though, and I did get a wormwood table with it. That was my craziest bonus, but... Yeah. Now I live a humble life, but I feel pretty good. I have my expensive coffee machine that I got, and like, you know, I don't really go out to get coffee and things. I make most of my stuff at home. I'm pretty good about, you know, I thrift. Okay, wait. I thrifted. Okay, I found this dress. I can't remember. It was like either $130 or like $160, and I thrifted it for like $20, and it had the tags on it still, brand new. It's really cute. I'm gonna wear it next weekend. I'm gonna wear it next weekend when I go out with my friends. Cause I'm going to a convention. Yeah, and it's like red and it's so fun. It's so good. I have like a shirt. I'll tell you more about this dress when I get back because I don't want to like say what I'm wearing 2 places and things, but it's really cute. It's really cute. And then I got another dress that was from a brand that was previously worn, but it was in good quality, and it's from like an expensive brand. I got it for like $10, so I love thrifting. I keep finding like designer clothes for like a good deal when I thrift. I don't know how I do it. I think it's because like I'm a fabric snob. I feel the materials of everything and like the fit and like how things laid work. And I always find something really good. My mom's always surprised when we go thrifting because I'll pull this out and I'm like, Mom, is this a good brand? And she's like, oh my god, that's like super expensive. What the heck? And it's, you found it for $10? Do they just not know what this brand is here? Like, yeah. I've always been kind of cracked at like pulling thrift clothes. Yeah. Maybe I should have used my powers for Depop. Maybe maybe I could have made a living on Depop. No, I think people should just leave good thrifts for someone who will actually wear them instead of resell them on Depop, you know? I do think it's crazy. I do think there is something about consignment selling too that is interesting though, because there are people who are bad at thrifting who maybe need a Depop reseller to help them, but you know, there's good and bad in everything. There's good and bad in everything. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I love living like the lifestyle that I do live. I feel like it's very chill. I feel like I play JRPG. I do work. In the evenings I do something. Do something creative. And then I live another day. But yeah, that's kind of like everything that I can think of that's happening in my world. My mom has to get medical stuff done next month, and I'll be gone for like 7 days. I'm kind of worried. My mom's like not feeling her best, and I'm like, oof, woof, woof, ah, you know, because I can't do anything about it. I'm just a little guy, so yeah, yeah. It's been a couple hours. Is it time yet or no? I could just drop YouTube off. I could just drop YouTube off. I think not quite yet. Kind of like out of stuff to talk about. Tomodachi Life came out and I've never played it. I don't even know what Tomodachi Life is. I've never played it, so yeah. Yeah. I kind of want to see what the game trailers are about and stuff, too. I don't know. I have some work I gotta do today and stuff, so I thought I'd just chat. I still have to beat the Final Fantasy minigame. Okay, so my friend, I called one of my friends, and they said they would help me beat the minigame, but they don't want to be on stream. So they're gonna beat the minigame. And then they're gonna beat the mini game, and then Monday we're gonna continue after the mini game, the submarine mini game that scared me because it was very scary. I was very scared of the Polygon Ocean. Just watch the VOD. Just watch the VOD if you want to see, you know. It was that terrifying, and I couldn't figure out the controls. It was very difficult. You didn't catch that? You gotta watch the VOD. You gotta watch the VOD. What day of the week is it? It's Thursday. This is the last early worm of the week, too. Yeah. Yeah, I got stuff to do tomorrow. I got things to lock in on. Oof. So which means I probably have to lock in today, so I gotta lock in today so I can go. I need to get my nails done tomorrow. I don't even know what I'm gonna get done. I don't even know what I'm gonna do to my nails, but I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. Yeah, I'm not gonna be streaming till 1. I know. This is kind of an inconsistent stream. Do I have thalassalophobia? I don't know. I don't know what I have. I have my mind is too creative. I don't like going out of bounds in video games. the concept of going out of bounds in a video game scares me. I don't like infinite voids, and the ocean feels like a infinite void. I have a fear of the depth. Do you rest? Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. It's not like anything crazy. No, it's very manageable. Yeah, I'm gonna do all my work, and then tomorrow, I'm gonna spend part of my day getting my nails done in the afternoon with my friend, cause she's nearby to get nails done, and then it's been kind of like a ritual, right, to get nails done with my bestie. I'm like, yay, yeah! And then I'm going to I have D&D over the weekend. I'm hosting, and my DM is hosting the game. She's scared of what she's scared of. We need a spreadsheet. Yeah, if someone wants to make like a doc on like what I'm scared of and what I'm not scared of. How's the D&D been? It's good. It's a carnival. It's a carnival campaign. It's the Moonlight Witch Carnival. I think it's like a module or something. So I don't know how it goes, but it's really fun so far. I'm a fairy. I'm playing as a fairy, and I'm the only one playing as a fairy, because she was like, oh yeah, you could like be a fairy if you want, and I was like, oh. You know? Magavore, thank you for the 2 smackaroos for the ukulele fun. Thank you, thank you. I do think that's a funny bit. So, I'm playing in a RuneScape Iron Man, and if I die in the Iron Man, my team's like, you need to make a ukulele apology. I haven't been playing RuneScape. I will be playing on my iPad when my mom's like post-medical stuff. When I'm like watching her, because I'll have nothing else to do, and tapping on the iPad's really easy. I've been playing Pokepia, man. Okay, every time I have free time, instead of like I was doing like 5 minutes of RuneScape, I'd be like, oh, I got like 5-10 minutes. I'll just tap on RuneScape for 5-10 minutes. Instead, I am doing 5 to 10 minutes of Pokepia. Oh, I can just gather some berries real quick. Oh, I can, you know, I can't help it. Pokepia is peak. Pokepia is so good. And I've only been playing like 5-10 minutes at a time, so my village is not, it's not good. It looks really dog water. It's not the best. It will get there. And she was a fairy. Yeah, I am a fairy. And then one of my party members is a bunny magician mage. And it's really funny. He's playing as a bunny mage, and he's like, he'll be like, want to see me pull a rabbit out of a hat? And they'll go, yeah, sure. And he's like, my character takes his top hat and lifts it up over his head, and then puts it back down. And it goes, ta-da! And I'm like, yeah. So he just lifts his hat every time he's like, want to see me pull a rabbit out of a hat? And he just lifts his hat up and puts it back down because he's a rabbit. It's such a good bit. It's such a good bit. Every NPC is just like, oh, cool. And then we have I like is it like a barbarian? There's someone working she's like working the carnival. And she's trying to save money for the orthodontist. she's got 2 kids and a wife. She's playing as a barbarian. She's got a wife and 2 kids who I don't even know how she got the 2 kids, but one of them needs an orthodontist, and she's working. She's like, do you know how much money it is to get the tusks, you know, if the tusks are growing in kind of weird and you gotta get that corrected. She's like, do you know how much the correctal work for that is? Like an orc, you know? And like an orthodontist, like orchodontist. Like, she's like, yeah, one of my kids' tusks is growing in like kind of weird, you know, and we gotta get that corrected. Do you know how much money that is? And it's funny. It's funny because it's like one of the parents in our group. And I'm like, yeah, this is so funny. This is so fun. And I'm a fairy, and so I'm like, hello. I'm like, you get us You get us to employee area, and I hand her a single gold coin, and she's like, "How much is this worth? How much am I getting paid hourly?" Like she literally looked at the DM like, "How much am I getting paid at the carnival?" And how So I give her gold coin, which is like worth like a lot of silver pieces. She's getting paid in like silver, and she's like, yeah, I will take this. Thank you. Thank you." And then oh, and then there's another character. I'm not gonna say their names though, their character names, because I don't, you know, I'm afraid. I'm always afraid of saying too much information. But one of my friends, it's her first time playing D&D, and she's playing as a cat. But she's a shapeshifter. She can change between a cat and a person. I forget the word for it. But she has a familiar, and her familiar can change between a dog and a person, and he's like pretty much think about Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove, but he's basically like a himbo, an animorph, yeah, or something like that. Yeah, she's a cat. She's a cat, not a druid, but she's like a cat that can be a more human cat, I think, or something. I can't remember. It's really fun. I think we like. It's a little bit of like, you know. Like I'm a fairy, but I'm like I took a what is it? Actual she can appear as an actual cat, and I don't know if she's a tabaxi when she's not or something. I don't remember what she is, but she's a cat and she's a person sometimes. And then, you know, saw a guy beat Baldur's Gate 3 as a cat. This is an amazing video. Wait, okay, I have to tell my dad about that. My dad might be interested in that video, actually. Last time in D&D, I funded a peasant to go to magic college. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, what am I playing as? Or no. So she has that, and her familiar is kind of like a himbo. And they're like, mermaid, where's the mermaid? Is the mermaid pretty? And then, there's another character in the group. I took like a negative stat to my strength because I thought it'd be really funny, and I'm playing as like an actual fairy. Like I'm actually tiny and cannot pick up anything. I made myself like very, very, very little, and I'm a druid fairy. I'm the druid of the group. I thought it'd be fun. I felt like, you know, I'm from the Feywilds. Ant-Man, but fairy, yeah. So I took like a negative stat to my strength, but I made up for it by upping my magic. I was like, DM, is this okay? And they're like, yeah, that'd be actually really funny, so. Because some people are very, you know, like, oh no, you can't have like negative stats or anything, but some people are like, yeah, do it, good bit. What channel would videos go under? General or memes, I guess. Ooh, thank you. Baldur's Gate 3, but we're all cats. The thumbnail's so good. The thumbnail's so good. Has my constitution. I think that's pretty. I think I got like a 9 or something. I got 9 health or 10 health. We're all level 1 right now, but it's pretty fun. There's supposed to be another party member, but she hasn't been able to show up to any of the games yet, so we'll have to introduce her later. There's about to be like a talent show. And, what is it? The bunny magician wants to, he's always dreamed of being a magician on the stage. And so this is his chance to perform a show. And I think I'm gonna assist him and use my Fey magic. Cause I can use like Fey magic to make little illusions happen. So like, I can illusion like sparkles and glitter and like flowers and things. Like very small things. And I feel like that'd be really sick for effects during a magic show. You know what I mean? feel like that'd be cool. That'd be cool to illusion some stuff for the kids. It's for the kids. Yeah. It's a very interesting game so far. But yeah, that's pretty much all. That's pretty much all I got today. Pretty short stream. Just yapping about stuff I like. About D&D. I love D&D. I love playing D&D. And maybe I'll tell you more about my campaign later, but that's pretty much all I got. I just wanted to stream to, like, you know, keep the consistency up. Even though I don't have much today. I was, like, looking at games and I couldn't decide on anything. I'm feeling so indecisive when it comes to video games. I was like, eh. One flaw with 5e is nobody wants to use spell slots for RP. Oh, I do sometimes. The stuff I'm using is a cantrip though. Yeah, my little fairy magic that I can do is like a cantrip, so yippee! Yay! Yay! Yeah, I made sure to pick a cantrip that was like for aura farming. Yeah. Whatever the fairy one is, that lets me like makes me do like the cute stuff. Whatever the fairy one is, that lets me do the cute stuff. I actually didn't eat breakfast, so I'm gonna get an early lunch right now. I'm kind of hungry. Get an early lunch and then do all the work I have to do. I don't want to do my work, but I have to. Okay. Where's Bestie? There she is. There she is. What's for lunch? I haven't even decided. I gotta look in my fridge. I got, I don't know. Tofu. I got some dumplings in my freezer. Those have been really good. They air fry really well. They're just veggie dumplings. They're pretty basic. Cabbage and stuff. Cabbage and stuff. It's been really yummy. Really yummy. Yeah. I don't know. I always cook whatever I feel like, so I'm gonna go off the vibes of what's in there. It's towards the end of the week, so we're getting towards the end of my grocery cycle. I'm probably gonna make, try air frying tofu. I've never air fried tofu. I'm kind of lazy. I like tofu in stews more, like soups, like hot pot. But, what do you call it? What do you call the thing? What do you call the thing with the thing and the thing where you do the thing and it's the thing? You ever look at the fridge, leave, come back, look at it again? Sometimes if I'm making a drink and like I go back to making the drink and I'm like, I'll decide on this later. I'll decide on this later. Yeah. Yeah. Doobie doobie doo. Doop doobie doo. Doobie doobie doo. Scooby doo. Doobie doobie doo doo. Has she started her stream yet? Can we raid? Can we raid? We can't yet, but oh yeah, I defrosted some plant-based beef, so I'm gonna make tacos for dinner. I love making like some plant-based taco meat and then just making tacos whenever I want. I make like a beef like crunch wrap sometimes. Oof, it's so good. I'll probably do that for dinner though. Well, without the crunch wrap, I don't have any corn tortillas. I just have these keto flour tortillas. They're like 60 calories, a big burrito tortilla, or 35 for the little taco ones. I'll probably use like a couple taco ones and make a little quesadilla thing. You can create crunch wraps. You can create anything if you have a kitchen, man. And like the ingredients in a dream. Is the streaming scene your friend? Oh, I raid into Girldium like every stream I can. I am the #1 Girl DM fan. I'm her #1 supporter. I'm you know, I'm her biggest fan. You guys just don't get it. You guys just don't get my love for Girl DM. You just wouldn't get it. I should have guessed. Yeah. I schedule my streams like, because I do freelance, I could do freelance in the morning and then stream, or I could do like freelance during the day and then like, you know, yada yada yada. But I was kind of like, well, what if I do like 9 a.m. and then after I've had fun gaming and chatting or doing whatever on stream, I go do work and I can raid into girl DM and then you know, and like you see other people, you see other like creators like that are like similar, like they'll schedule like they schedule their streams in like a way like around each other sometimes. I'm like, that seems kind of fun, you know, it seems kind of fun that to do. So yeah, you know, and SIMP, yeah. Okay, I'm leaving you guys forever. I hope you guys had fun yapping about all of my stuff, all the painting and the herbal medicines and the craziness, and you know what? Yeah. Gone forever. I'll see you guys Monday for Final Fantasy VII. Okay? Thank you guys for the memberships, the resubs, the primes, the star bits. Wait, Fur, did you give me more stars? Oh no, you sent a gold coin for 10 jewels. Thank you for the 10 jewels, Fur. Thank you for all the jewels and stars on YouTube. I don't even know what those are. Okay, well, I'm hungry, so bye!